Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Relationship Thursday, where we talk about a relationship. Usually, it could be any relationship, but mainly it'd be like the male and female relationship. So today I thought I would tell you some of my business. Stick around, it's going to be really, really juicy. So I wanted to talk. I know people probably have been wondering, like, if I'm married, if I've ever been married, if I'm in a relationship, or just what the situation is now. So basically, my father used to say I couldn't keep a man. He used to always say that, okay? But the truth of the matter is that the man couldn't keep me. So that's what the topic is today. Why I'm glad that I couldn't keep that man and make him my husband. And so you know that with this coronavirus epidemic going on, like the last thing that you want to do is to be somewhere, be with someone doing something that you shouldn't be doing. I just really believe that this is a pestilent that the Bible talks about that's going to happen before the coming of Christ, and that we need to be getting things right, okay? And so, like I told you before, like some years ago, God told me that He had a husband for me, and I didn't want him, and I'm at the place now where, because of my relationships that I have in the past, it's brought me to the place where I don't mind waiting, okay? And so basically, or even, waiting to be found. In Proverbs 18:22, it talks about a man finding a wife and finding favor or obtaining favor from the Lord. And as time passes in other relationships, when you get into a relationship that is not of God, okay? And if you're a God-fearing person, you feel like taking fire in your bosom, okay? And then there's other times where I felt like my peace left me, that I didn't have the peace. And so it's like prior to the relationship, I had peace, okay? I was confident. I was living my life the way I wanted to live my life and everything. I didn't have a man, but that's not everything. Some people think that you got to be in a relationship. You got to have a man. You got to have a woman. I don't feel that way. As a matter of fact, I get tired of hearing that. But anyway, but still, it's like I was okay, but, I just felt like the peace that I had prior to the relationship, I wanted that back. Okay. So now it's like I'm developing that peace back again. And that's Isaiah 26:3, where it talks about when we keep our minds on Christ, right, that He will bring us into peace. Okay. So why am I glad that I didn't keep that man? Okay. Number one, these are not in order. Okay. Number one. And let me just say this. Did I say that my name is Sheila Rollins and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment and Associates, Inc. And in this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous. I don't remember saying that. But okay. If you're a first-time visitor, welcome. If you're returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please remember to share and encourage subscription. And subscribe if you haven't already. So, okay, we weren't a match. Okay, so you know that in order for people to be together and stay together, they have to have things in common. They don't necessarily have to be alike, but they should have the bulk of the things, especially like spiritual things. Some of the likes and dislikes, they should be on the same page. Okay, my level of healing, and I guess these things are true not just for me, but probably for the other person as well. My level of healing was lower today than what it was. Is lower back then, but than it is today. So I have a different level of healing that where back then it was like I didn't function the way I do now. Okay. And in some cases I allowed somebody to choose me, and not me choose them, or not be chosen by God, or that kind of thing. And that's not always good. Okay. Okay. And then in some respects, it's like the love that I have for myself was lacking a little bit. Okay, I needed more love for myself, So you ever see somebody and you like, okay, that person shouldn't be with that person, and see, I didn't want to end up like that. I didn't want to end up with somebody, I had to watch my time, somebody that I should not be involved with. It's like, I get one life to live like everybody else. I wanted my love relationship to be everything. So I really needed to back up. It's like in a relationship, I felt like I wanted to back up, back out, and do some more work on me. Okay, so I'm doing that now. Okay, friends and family did not approve. Okay, sometimes you get people that they don't want to be a part of your family. They don't want to be a part of whatever your situation is. Let's say that you're still friends with your baby daddy, or your children's mother, or you know what I mean? You take their friends their family as your family, their friends as your family, you know what I'm saying, in past relationships, and they're not cool with that. Okay. Sometimes that could be a problem. It's like, I believe that when you're involved with somebody, you accept. If you're the right person for them, you accept whatever their situation is, okay? Oh, and then, it's like a lot of times I was lonely. It was like my needs wasn't met. I was just lonely. My need for um, um, emotional support, social support, sometimes spiritual. It was just really lacking. And so I figured that a relationship is hard enough. And that if I'm going to be in a relationship, I'm going to be in a relationship that is whole and healthy. And in order for me to be in a relationship that is whole and healthy, I need to be whole and healthy. And the other person needs to be whole and healthy. But right now, I'm just, as the Lord brings what I need to change or work on or whatever, I'm, cooperate with the Lord on those things and just waiting. The last thing that I have is that I didn't know how to choose a man. Okay. So it's like, for me, it was like, if somebody skinny hurt me, then I'll get somebody fat. Okay. And so my husband was so fat until I didn't even need a membership at Planet Fitness because that dude would flatten me. Okay. And so, and sorry, I'm not being offensive or anything like that. And I'm just like really joking. But anyway, I didn't need a membership. Another guy, it was like, I looked and I'm saying like, he had a few teeth missing. And I said, you know what? He got potential. The last guy had a beautiful grill. Beautiful grill. So I said, you know what? I can get him some teeths. Okay? Choose that one over there. And so, I remember that, one guy I went with was so sharp until he stayed in the mirror more than me. Okay. I mean, his clothes was, creased, smelling good. I always went for that kind anyhow. You dress nice, look good, nice, goatee, dark, tall, thin, I love that kind. Don't ask me what happened with the fat. Well, I know what happened with the fat tip. So anyhow, so I end up finding myself. That guy was too cute. End up finding myself. I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna get myself somebody ugly. Okay. So the guy that I got myself involved with, man, let me tell you something. You're talking about ugly. This guy was ugly with all caps. Okay. He was so ugly that I could only look at him with one eye at a time. I mean, seriously, he was so ugly. Okay. And so, I remember one time we went to the parade and he gonna talk about, if that's Miss America, what am I doing over here? And I wanted to tell him so bad, but I was still at that point where, I wouldn't just say anything to people. You know what I'm saying? I was still considerate about their feelings, even though they hurt mine. But I wanted to tell him, and had I tell him, I would have said, I'm on my ugly tip. That's why I'm with you. Okay? I'm on my ugly tip. Okay, so, but anyway, like I said, just trying to be funny right now. But anyway, in the coming weeks, I'm going to talk about the things that I learned from these relationships because they weren't all in vain. I did learn a whole lot, and I'm imagining that the other people that, I've been involved with. I was married before. Yes, I was married before. That, they've learned some things. I've learned some things. I learned some things more about men. I learned more things about myself. I learned more things about my family. I learned more things about my friends, and all of them there are important. And so I will be sharing them in the next 5, 6, or 7 weeks. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful. Or if God has promised you a husband or wife or whatever, wait on God. Do the work that's necessary to recover, develop, to grow, to heal. Okay, before moving on. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I love you. I hope this was helpful. Okay, don't stay in a relationship where you're miserable. Try to wait for things to change. Okay, if it ain't changed now, more than likely it's not going to be changing. Okay, people don't change that readily. I love you. See you in the next YouTube. Remember to share and encourage subscription, and don't forget to subscribe yourself. I love you. Now to him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise God our Savior be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. Amen. I love you. See you in the next YouTube.